Israel destroys the town of Ai. The Lord told Joshua, "Don't be afraid and don't be discouraged by what happened at the town of Ai. Take the army and attack again. But first, order part of the army to set up an ambush on the other side of town. I will help you to defeat the king of Ai and his army, and you will capture the town and the land around it. Destroy Ai, kill its king, as you did at Jericho, but you may keep the livestock and everything else you want." Joshua quickly got an army ready to attack Ai. He chose 30,000 of his best soldiers and gave them these orders. "Tonight, while it's dark, march to Ai and take up a position behind the town. Get as close to the town as you can without being seen, and be ready to attack." "The rest of the army will come with me and attack near the gate. When the people of Ai come out to fight, we'll run away and let them chase us. They will think that we are running from them, just like the first time. But when we've let them chase us far enough away, you come out of hiding. The Lord our God will help you capture the town, then set it on fire as the Lord told us to do." Those are your orders. Now go. The 30,000 soldiers went to a place west of Ai, between Ai and Bethel, where they could hide and wait to attack. That night, Joshua stayed in camp with the rest of the army. Early the next morning, he got his troop ready to move out, and he and the leaders of Israel led them to Ai. They set up camp in full view of the town across the valley to the north. Joshua had already sent 5,000 soldiers to the west side of the town to hide and wait to attack. Now all his troops were in place. Part of the army was in the camp north of Ai, and the others were hiding to the west, ready to make a surprise attack. That night, Joshua went into the valley. The king of Ai saw Joshua's army, so the king and his troops hurried out early the next morning to fight them. Joshua and his army pretended to be beaten, and they let the men of Ai chase them toward the desert. The king of it and his army were facing the Jordan Valley as Joshua planned. The king did not realize that some Israelite soldiers were hiding behind the town, so he called out every man in Ai to go after Joshua's troops. They all rushed to chase the Israelite army, and they left the gates wide open. Not one man was left in Ai or Bethel. Joshua let the men of Ai chase him and his army further away from Ai. Finally, the Lord told Joshua, "Point your sword at the town of Ai, because now I'm going to help you defeat it." As soon as Joshua pointed his sword at the town, the soldiers who had been hiding jumped up and ran into the town. They captured it, set it on fire. When Joshua and his troops saw the smoke rising from the town, they knew the other part of the army had captured it. So they turned and attacked. The men of Ai looked back and saw the smoke rising from the town, but they could not escape because the soldiers they had been chasing had been turned and started fighting. (22 through 24). Meanwhile, the other Israelite soldiers had come from the town and attacked the men of Ai from the rear. The Israelites captured the king of Ai and brought him to Joshua. They also chased the rest of the men of Ai into the desert and killed them. The Israelites' army went back to Ai and killed everyone there. (25 and 26). Joshua kept his sword pointed at the town of Ai until every last one of Ai's 12,000 people was dead. But the Israelites took the animals and the other possessions of the people of Ai, because this is what the Lord told Joshua to do. Verse 28 and 29, Joshua made sure every building in Ai was burned to the ground. He told his men to kill the king of Ai and hang his body on a tree. Then at sunset, he told the Israelites to take down the body, throw it in the gateway of the town, and cover it with a big pile of rocks. The rocks are still there, and the town itself was never rebuilt. Joshua reads the blessings and curses. One day Joshua led the people of Israel to Mount Ebal, where he told some of his men, build an altar for offering sacrifices to the Lord, and use stones that have never been cut with iron tools. Because this is what Moses taught in the book of the law, Joshua offered sacrifices to praise the Lord and to ask his blessing. Then, with the Israelites still watching, he copied part of the book of the law of Moses onto stones. Moses had said that everyone in Israel was to go to the valley between Mount Ebal and Mount Gerizim, where they went to be blessed. So everyone went there, including the foreigners, the leaders, the officials, the judges. Half the people stood on one side of the valley, and the other half stood on the other side, with the priest from Levi tribe standing in the middle with the sacred chest. Then in a loud voice Joshua read the blessings and the curses from the book of the law of Moses. Thank you for listening to this chapter. God bless.